This is the other side of the whole kind of piece that I've been working on. If this is the developed side, and so in some sense, replicating the urban rural, the underdeveloped peripheral. It's more to do with the environment and the human and how the human interacts with that environment to develop it. The human, in a sense, is just a catalyst for putting it all together, and then there's the greater environment which speaks through it, through cracking it all up and deconstructing it. Now, the underdeveloped part, which I'm looking at now, so we've got this sort of process here, and what I'm looking at is how far do I then intervene? So asking ourselves at this point, what's the quest here? What's the surplus for? Well, we've got a surplus of digital artefacts now being created that equates the self to like the human cognition, a bit like the urban raw. So we're very much then the raw, whereas on the other side we'll be having an AI system that can polish it all up. The urban raw may take on very new meanings, and that's what I'm sort of looking at. Turning into a digital where almost everything will be virtual, and these sort of things will be within, well, who knows, a few decades. This will be a very luxury thing to do. Means of production's not anymore available to make these mass-produced polymers. So in a sense, I am representing the huge arc of modernisation before we hit the digital revolution. Machine intelligence, which is purportedly will get us into super intelligence, and that would allow this to be all virtual. Reflection of the industrial age, from the 17th century. And what I'm doing here is a bit like this empirical science. This mixed media is like an artistic science project. I might find some combination. This whole thing around the 1830s, photographic revolution, where these chemicals were being produced to capture sunlight so that they could capture it in a way that resembled real object from the human perspective through these plates. So this was a huge discovery, and now capture it on digital.